So tell us, how did you professionally get started into headshots? How did that come about? Was that here? Was that at home?
That was in Canada, so none of it was actually in Egypt. I did create some content in Egypt. You could call it vlog before Casey Neistat made it a cool thing. And it was a 3.2 megapixel camera. So I did create some content back home, but it wasn't anywhere near professional grade. When I worked in Canada as an engineering intern, because that's what my degree is in, I worked in Windsor, and we were told it's sketchy. You need to be home by 5, 6 p.m. And so I believed that. So I was left home from like 5 p.m. to like 10 p.m., midnight, losing my mind. I had nothing to do. So I actually would set up the camera, take pictures of myself, and learn how to light shape. And so all of my roommates thought I was insane because I'm taking photos of myself every single day. But then at some point, I met someone in Windsor, and I took pictures of her. Turns out she is the niece of the CEO of the company I was an engineering intern in.
Hmm.
And so he shows up at my desk and he's like, "Those photos you took of that girl were great." I'm like, "How do you know her?" He's like, "We're related." So he hires me to do photos for that company. And
Wow.
it just happened that way. And then in 2015, I consciously understood and realized that I have a strong desire to work with actors. And so I ended up having a consultation with Wendy Ellen Wright, who I was just talking to you about, Lars, before we went live. And she helped me brand and launch my entire business. And from there, I've made wonderful relationships with a lot of people in the industry.
Amazing.
Amazing. Yeah, and I will say this, we actually haven't shot together, but we've got a ton of mutual friends. Lots of my friends have been your clients. And I know that you're well liked, loved, respected in the community here.
Thank you.
And then one of the things that I've always noticed about you, especially online, like we've met at some networking things over the years and different workshops. But you see people online often more than you see them in person. And one of the things that I've always loved about you is you're so positive, and your posts are always loving and inclusive. There's like in a world where there's a lot of garbage on social media and a lot of vitriol and divisiveness and
True.
nastiness. You're one of the people that always keeps it positive and loving, and is building a community rather than tearing other people down. So thank you
Thank
for
you.
that, and shout out to you for that.
Thank
It
you.
doesn't
Thank you.
go unnoticed. Yeah.
Thank you. Life is too short to not bring others, to a good place.